Welcome to Beyond Education, the podcast that explores the fascinating connection between knowing yourself and learning effectively. I'm Monica, and in these bite-sized episodes, we'll dive deeper into the insights that transform how we think about learning and education. Today's episode is about something we're all born with, but many of us have forgotten: our natural way of learning. And I want to start with a story that completely changed how I think about this. You see, for years, I struggled with traditional note-taking methods. Everyone said good students take detailed notes, so I forced myself to write everything down. But something interesting happened when I started drawing mind maps instead. Suddenly, information wasn't just being recorded, it was coming alive. And that's when I realized I hadn't lost my ability to learn naturally. I just buried it under years of trying to learn properly. Think of it this way: we're all born knowing how to learn. Watch any toddler exploring their world. They're learning constantly, naturally, effortlessly. But somewhere along the way, we started believing that real learning looks like sitting quietly at a desk, taking notes in a specific way, studying from textbooks. We started trying to fly like Superman when maybe we are born to swing like Spider-Man. Your natural way of learning has three key elements that makes it uniquely yours. First, there is your natural process, the way your mind instinctively organizes and makes sense of information. Maybe you naturally think in pictures, or perhaps you process through movement. This isn't something you need to learn. It is something you need to remember. Second, there is your environmental sweet spot, the conditions where learning feels effortless. Some of us think clearer in complete silence. Others need background music. Some need movement, others need stillness. These aren't preferences. They're requirements for your brain to work at its best. Third, there is your expression style, how you naturally share and demonstrate what you know. Some people think by talking, others by writing, others by doing. None of this is better than the others. They're just different tools for different minds. So how do you reconnect with your natural way of learning, you may ask? Well, start by becoming curious about your learning victories. When was the last time you learned something effortlessly? What were you doing differently? What made it feel natural? Pay attention to your energy levels. When do you feel energized while learning? When do you feel drained? Your body often remembers what your mind has forgotten about how you naturally learn. Look for patterns in your best learning experiences. Do you need to move to think clearly? Do visuals make concepts click? Does discussion help you process? I've seen this transformation in so many people. Once there was this developer who discovered that he understood code better when explaining it to others. Teaching wasn't just sharing knowledge, it was his natural way of processing information. Another time, an artist struggled with math until she started visualizing equations in colors. A manager who made better strategies when walking and thinking than sitting at his desk. As you listen to this, you might be remembering moments when learning felt natural to you, times before you start trying to learn properly. These memories are clues to your natural learning approach. This week, I invite you to experiment. Choose one thing you need to learn and try approaching it in a way that feels natural to you, even if it's not the proper way. Trust your instincts. Your natural learning ability has been there all along. It's just waiting to be remembered. This is Monica, and you're listening to Beyond Education, where learning meets self-discovery. Remember, you don't need to learn how to learn. You just need to remember how you naturally do it.